Hey, 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 it's me, the Pepperoni Jabroni. This is my Venmo handle, and this is the deep dish. Pepperoni Jabroni. Oh, welcome to the deep dish. Dramatic music. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Deep Dish. I am the Pepperoni Jabroni. So we got, today we're going to take a look at a Philadelphia favorite. It is San Luca's Pizzeria. It's their shrimp and avocado pizza. Now I know what some of you are thinking. Pep, I thought you only did frozen pizzas. This is the second week in a row that you're doing a pizza that isn't frozen. But if you've watched this show at all, by now you've probably figured out that much like your pro-life relatives, I am ideologically inconsistent. Now, before we get into all of the pizza and the eating and the knowing of all the knowledge, do a quick segment called Viewer Mail where I answer some viewer mail. It's where people mail me stuff through the internet, and I write it down in this book, because I'm not going to bring out my phone. Viewer mail. All right, so, email number 1 comes from Mike Asenza, and Mike says, Terry, why are you the worst? You're not even Italian. Both points true. All right, let's see. Also, we had a contest recently, and we asked people to write in the comments, and you could come on the show. The winner of that contest is one Brian Gray Stuff, who hates Pizza Hut. And we're going to have a debate about that on one of the future episodes coming up. Also, I will disprove him so hard because I have the final edit. All right. Our next viewer mail says it's from Stephanie. And she says, hey, Pep, why don't you do more episodes with your shirt off? It's not that kind of show. Anyway, maybe I'll start an OnlyFans. I mean, at this point, I'm in no position to say no. Maybe the hat could be my thing. Finally, this is says, hey Pep, your show is great. You're the best. Keep doing everything you're doing. We love everything about this. Sincerely, your mom. Actually, anybody who knows me knows that is not true because me and my mom don't get along. All right, well, moving on. Let's take a look at how this pizza turns out. Okay, as per usual, we've got presentation, crust, cut, nose, freshness, flavor explosion, mouthfeel, Pizza Hut, finish, and would I eat this if I was high? All right, well, let's get right down to it. Presentation. There was a little tomato that fell off of here, but for the most part, this presentation is pretty good because everything is sticking to the pizza. So we're going to go ahead and give this an 8.5. 8.5. Crust. Okay. Now, I'm going to cut a little slack here. This crust is kind of thin, as you can see. And as we all know, I've been over this a couple of times. The perfect crust is made in one city we all know as Chicago, Illinois, right? The pizza capital of the United States, Chicago, Illinois. You know, it's like, I think that's what they wrote the musical about, actually. I think it's about pizza. I think something about that. So what I'm going to say though is the crust here is a little thin. Again, we're going to go like, this is my finger. My finger is thicker than the crust. It's okay. It's holding a lot of stuff on here, as you can, oh boy, we're gonna have to take some points off of presentation. But anyway, my point is it's holding a lot of stuff on here. So we're gonna cut it some slack and say that we're gonna give crust a 7. Now cut, as you can see, they cut it for me and we all know that is a perfect 10. It's already cut. All right, and so now we're gonna get into the nose. The nose. Okay, this smells a lot like hot sauce. Yeah, it smells a lot like hot sauce. And what I mean by that is I got hot sauce in my nose when I did that. Yeah, that's real. Freshness. Okay, so it looks fresh. I mean, like, I'm getting a vibe. The vibe is fresh. The vibe is fresh. got a fresh vibe. Give it like, I don't know, like a 7. Gonna give it a 7. Flavor explosion. All right, I'm gonna eat this. We're gonna see how it goes. And we're back. All right, so pretty good, pretty good. I guess I'm gonna go with probably like a 5. All right, let's move on to mouthfeel. Now, that was tough. The mouthfeel on this one is like, there's a lot of avocado, a lot of shrimp. It's clearly not meant to be put in my mouth in one big push. So I don't know, I think I got a docket for that one. I think we're also gonna have to go with a 5. All right, Pizza Hut. I'm gonna go with, it doesn't taste a lot like Pizza Hut, but it's got like some good stuff going on and the crust isn't thick enough, but also at the same time, I'm thinking like an 8. I'm gonna give it an 8 because it makes me think of Pizza Hut. This finish is gonna stick with me for probably the rest of the day, because I don't know if you noticed there was no cheese on that pizza, but it was like a layer of hot sauce on the bottom. So this is a strong finish. I'm gonna taste this for every burp for the rest of the day, and I'm probably gonna feel it tomorrow, if you know what I mean. So we're going with a 9 for a strong finish. And finally, would I eat this if I was high? Oh, absolutely. This one gets a 10 on would I eat this if I was high. I don't know if I've ever given less than a 10 on that one, but maybe on that really gross pizza roll I made. You can check out my pizza roll video in the playlist that I'm gonna make 3 days after I post this. Anyway, that's everything. Crust, presentation, cut, nose, freshness, flavor explosion, mouthfeel, Pizza Hut finish, and would I eat this if I was high. So we're gonna bring all those scores together and we're gonna give it a 6.5. Yep, a 6.5. I did the math, and that's definitely what it adds up to. Definitely not the letter W, because that doesn't make any sense. That's not even math. Some people were asking me, do you have a Patreon? Is there a way I can give you some money while you're doing this right now? And the answer is I do not have a Patreon, but if you want to drop some cash in my Venmo account, it is Terry Brennan 5. That's Terry Brennan 5, right? Because, you know, right now, I don't really have like a job like I used to because of this pandemic. That's why I have time to make stupid pizza videos. And to all of my relatives who are like, why don't you go get a real job instead of making stupid pizza videos? To them, I say, listen, we can't all be associate managers at an inbound call center, Scott. All right, that's all the time we have for today. My name is the Pepperoni Jabroni, and this is The Deep Dish. Goodbye from the deep dish.